In this video we're going to take a look at the flags of the Middle East. And I know some people have different definitions for the Middle East, but in this video we're going to include the stands and the Caucus region. This video is made up of loads of smaller videos. If you enjoy this, there's many more flag videos in the channel, and you can subscribe and stay tuned for many more to come. The Arabian Peninsula, also known as just Arabia, is a peninsula of Western Asia and considered a subcontinent of Asia. It's the biggest peninsula in the world, and it's famous for its sand, 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 and of course, camels. And, well, maybe oil as well. Arabia is made up of quite a few countries, including Yemen, Oman, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates, as well as parts of southern Iraq and Jordan, which feature in other videos. The flag of Kuwait was adopted in 1961, and before 1961 the flag of Kuwait was red and white, like those of the other Persian Gulf states at the time. The present flag is in the Pan-Arab colours, but each colour is also significant in its own right. The colours' meaning come from a poem which says, "White are our deeds, black are our battles, green are our lands, and red are our swords." The flag of Qatar is maroon with a broad white band with 9 white points in the hoist side. It was adopted shortly before the country's declaration of independence from Britain in September 1971. The flag is very like the flag of the neighbouring country Bahrain, which has fewer points and a red colour instead of maroon. Qatar's flag is the only national flag having a width more than twice its height. The national flag of Bahrain consists of a white band on the left, separated from a red area on the right by 5 triangles that serve as a serrated line. The 5 white triangles symbolise the 5 pillars of Islam, and the red side is said to symbolise the Khawarija sect of Islam. The flag originally had 28 white points, but this was reduced to 8 in 1972. In 2002 the number was again reduced to 5, so that each of the points could stand for one of the 5 pillars of Islam. The flag of the United Arab Emirates was adopted in 1971. It contains the Pan-Arab colours of red, green, white and black, which symbolise the Arabian unity. Merchant ships may fly the alternate civil ensign, a red flag with a national flag in the canton, and each of the 7 emirates within the United Arab Emirates have its own flag, apart from one exception which uses the federal flag as a state flag as well. The flags are derived from the red flags traditionally used by the different Arab Emirates around the Persian Gulf. Under the protection of the British Empire, starting in 1820, it was decided to add a white field to the hoist of the red flag. The same basic pattern can be seen in the flag of Bahrain and the flag of Qatar, emirates who decided to not join the United Arab Emirates when it was created in the 1970s. The flag of Yemen was adopted in 1990, the day that North Yemen and South Yemen were unified. The flag is essentially the Arab Liberation Flag of 1952, introduced after the Egyptian Revolution that same year, in which Arab nationalism was a dominant theme. According to the official description, the red stands for bloodshed of martyrs and unity, the white for a bright future, and black for the dark past. The national flag of Oman consists of 3 stripes of white, green and red, with a red bar on the left that contains the national emblem of Oman, a dagger and 2 swords. Until 1975, Oman used the plain red banner of the indigenous peoples. Green is traditionally associated with the Green Mountains which lie to the north of the country, and red is a common and traditional colour in Gulf state flags. The flag of Saudi Arabia is the flag used by the government of Saudi Arabia since 1973. It's a green flag featuring a white Arabic inscription and a sword. The inscription is the Islamic creed. The green of the flag represents Islam, and the sword stands for the strictness in applying justice. The flag is manufactured with an identical back and front side to ensure the creed reads correctly from either end. The sword points to the left on both sides, the direction of the script. Because the creed is considered holy, the flag is not normally used on t-shirts or on other items. Saudi Arabia actually protested against its inclusion in a planned football in the 2002 World Cup, as Saudi officials said that kicking the creed with a foot was completely unacceptable. The flag is never to be flown at half-mast as a sign of mourning, because lowering it would be considered blasphemous. And interestingly, the flag of Iran is also never flown at half-mast. There are 7 nations in the world known as the Stans, found between Russia and the Indian Ocean. And in this first part, we're going to look at the flags of Afghanistan, Pakistan and Turkmenistan. If you want to know what the suffix Stan means, please check out this video. And of course, because this is Arabic, you're going to have to forgive my pronunciation. The flag of Afghanistan has had more changes since the start of the 20th century than any other country flag in the world. Afghanistan has had 20 different flags since the flag of the Hotaki dynasty in 1709. The current flag was adopted by the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan in 2004, and this flag is similar to the one flown in Afghanistan during the monarchy between 1930 and 1973. The main difference being the addition of the Shahada at the top of the coat of arms, seen in yellow in the centre. The flag consists of 3 stripes of black, red and green. The centre of the emblem features a mosque with a pulpit and flags on either sides. Below the mosque are the numerals for the solar year 1298. This is the year 1919 in the Georgian calendar, and this is the year of Afghan independence from the United Kingdom. This central image is circled by a border consisting of sheaves of wheat on the left and the right. In the upper centre is an Arabic inscription of the Muslim creed, and below this are rays of the rising sun over the Arabic expression meaning God is great. And at the bottom centre there's a scroll bearing the name Afghanistan. The flag colours have official meaning. Black signifies the past, red is the blood shed for independence, and green can represent either hope for the future, agricultural prosperity, or Islam. The national flag of Pakistan was adopted in its present form during a meeting of the Constituent Assembly on August 11, 1947, just 4 days before the country's independence. The flag is a green field with a white crescent moon and 5 red stars at the centre, as well as a vertical white stripe at the hoist side. The green represents Islam and the majority of Muslims in Pakistan, and the white stripe is said to represent the religious minorities. In the centre, the star and crescent symbolises progress and light respectively. The flag symbolises Pakistan's commitment to Islam and the rights of religious minorities. It's based on the original flag of the Muslim League, a political group within the British Indian Raj before the Second World War, which drew its inspiration from the flags of the Sultanate of Delhi and the flag of the Ottoman Empire, as well as the flag of the Mughal Empire. The flag of Turkmenistan was adopted in January 2001. The flag is the most detailed national flag in the world, and it features a green field with vertical red stripes near the hoist side containing 5 carpet gulls, which are designs used in the production of rugs. The gulls are stacked above 2 crossed olive branches, similar to those in the flag of the United Nations. A white waxing crescent moon, typical of Turkic and Islamic symbology, and 5 white 5-pointed stars appear in the upper corner of the field just to the right hand side of the red stripe. The green and red colours appear in this flag because they have been venerated historically by the Turkmen. The waxing crescent moon symbolises the hope of the country for a shining future, and the stars represent the 5 provinces of Turkmenistan. In the last part we looked at the flags of Afghanistan, Pakistan and Turkmenistan. If you want to see that video you can click here, but in this video we're going to look at the flags of Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan. The flag of Uzbekistan consists of 3 horizontal bands of blue, white and green, separated by 2 thin red lines, with a crescent moon and 12 stars at the canton. The flag was adopted in 1991 to replace the flag of the Uzbek Soviet Socialist Republic. It has been the flag of the Republic since the country gained independence in that same year, and the design of the current flag was partly inspired by the former one. Under the Soviet rule, the Union Republic utilised a flag derived from the flag of the Soviet Union and representing communism that was approved in 1952. The country declared itself independence on the 1st of September 1991, approximately 3 months before the Soviet Union fell apart. A search for a national flag began soon after that, with a contest being held to determine the new design. Over 200 designs were made, and the winning design was adopted in November 1991. In doing so, Uzbekistan became the first of the newly independent republics to choose a new flag. The colours and the symbols of the flag carry cultural, political and regional meanings. The white stands for peace and purity, while the blue represents water and the sky. The blue colour also alludes to the flag of Timur, who ruled the present-day Uzbekistan during the 14th century. Green officially denotes nature and fertility, though of course it may also represent Islam, while the thin red stripes represent the life force within everyone. The crescent at the canton evokes the rebirth of Uzbekistan as an independent country, and of course it symbolises the Islamic faith, which is practiced by 88% of the country. To the right of the crescent are 12 stars, which signify the months of the Islamic calendar, as well as the constellations featured on the zodiac. The national flag of Tajikistan was adopted in November 1992, replacing the flag of the Tajik Soviet Socialist Republic of 1953. The tricolour preserves the colours of the Tajik Soviet flag. It's a horizontal tricolour of red, white and green, charged with a crown and an arc of 7 stars at the centre. The middle white stripe has 1.5 times the width of the red and green stripes, and the red represents the unity of the nation, the green represents the fertile valleys, while the white represents both the snow and ice of the mountains and the colour of cotton. And the crown represents the Tajik people, as the name Tajik is connected with the Persian Taj, meaning crown, in popular etymology. The current flag of Kazakhstan was adopted in 1992, replacing the flag of the Kazakh Soviet Socialist Republic. The colour choices preserve the Soviet-era flag minus the red. The national flag of the Republic of Kazakhstan has a golden sun with 32 rays above a soaring golden steep eagle, both centred on a sky blue background, and the house side displays the national ornamental pattern known as the horns of the ram in gold. The blue colour is of religious significance to the Turkic people of the country, and so symbolises cultural and ethnic unity. It's also said to represent the endless sky as well as water. The sun represents life and energy, and exemplifies wealth and the plenteous nature of the country. The sun's rays are shaped like grain, which is the basis of abundance and prosperity, and the eagle has appeared on the flags of the Kazakh tribes for centuries and represents freedom, power, and the flight to the future. The flag of Kyrgyzstan was adopted in March 1992 by the Supreme Council of Kyrgyzstan. It consists of a red field with a yellow sun in the centre, having 40 uniformly spaced rays. The forward-facing rays run counterclockwise, and the rays in the reverse run clockwise. In the centre of the sun is a red ring crossed by 2 sets of 3 lines, a stylized representation of the crown of the traditional Kyrgyz yurt. A symbol also in the national emblem and replicated on many Kyrgyz buildings. The red background of the flag is said to symbolise bravery and valour, the sun represents peace and wealth, and the crown signifies the family home, or by extension the universe. According to the popular interpretations, the sun's 40 rays represent 40 Kyrgyz tribes unified against the Mongols by the epic hero Manus. Hey, have you ever wondered where the names of countries come from? Or are you interested in etymology? Well, why not check out our What's in a Word series? There's a link in the description, and we're looking at the minute at names of various countries, including America, Hungary, and Mexico. The Levant is an approximate historical geographical term which refers to a large area in the eastern Mediterranean. In its widest historical sense, the Levant included all of the eastern Mediterranean with its islands, and that is, it included all of the countries along the eastern Mediterranean shore, extending from Greece to Cyrene in modern-day Libya. And the term Levant comes from the Italian word levante, meaning rising, implying the rising of the sun in the east. Today the term usually refers to Syria, the Lebanon, Israel, Palestine, Jordan, and the Sinai Peninsula. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to include Egypt. At the time of the making of this video, both major factions in the civil war in Syria have their very own flag. The first flag we're going to look at is the flag of the Syrian Arab Republic. The flag of the Syrian Arab Republic consists of 3 colours of red, white and black, with 2 green, 5-pointed stars. The colours of the flag make up the pan-Arab colours. Each colour in the Syrian flag refers to a definite meaning or a period as follows. The red colour represents the blood of the martyrs. The black colour represents the Abbasids. The white colour represents the Umayyad. The green represents the Rashidun or the Fatimid. The 2 stars represent the previous union between Egypt and Syria. The current flag was first adopted in 1958 to represent Syria as part of the United Arab Republic, and it was used until 1961 before being readopted in 1980. Although Syria is not part of any Arab state union, the flag of the United Arab Republic was readopted to show Syria's commitment to Arab unity. The usage of the flag has become disputed because it's often associated with the Ba'ath or Renaissance Party and has come to represent parties loyal to Assad's government in the Syrian civil war. The second flag used by Syrians today is the Syrian Interim Government's flag. The flag is a modified version of the independence flag first used in 1932 and adopted by an independent Syria in 1946, and its design is quite similar to the Syrian Arab Republic's flag. Originally, the 3 red stars represented the 3 districts of Syria, but in 1936 another 2 districts were added to Syria, and the representation of the 3 stars was changed. The flag of the Lebanon is formed of 2 horizontal red stripes, above and below a horizontal white stripe, and the white stripe is said to be 2 times the width of the red ones. The green cedar in the middle touches each of the red stripes, and its width is exactly a third of the flag. The cedar in the middle of the flag is directly inspired by the cedar in the mountains of the Lebanon, and the cedar is a symbol of holiness, eternity, and peace. Interestingly, the cedar of Lebanon appears in many historic and biblical references, appearing 77 times in the Bible. For the Lebanese, the cedar is a symbol of hope, freedom, and memory. The white colour is said to represent snow as a symbol of purity and peace, and the 2 red stripes refer to the Lebanese blood shed to preserve the country. The flag of Israel was adopted on October 28, 1948, 5 months after the establishment of the State of Israel. It depicts a blue hexagram on a white background between 2 horizontal blue stripes. The portrayal of the Star of David on the flag is a widely acknowledged symbol of the Jewish people and of Judaism. The blue stripes are intended to symbolise the stripes on the talat, the traditional Jewish prayer shawl. The ancient Israelites used a blue coloured dye, and this dye was actually important in Jewish and non-Jewish cultures of the time. It was used by royalty and the upper classes for dyeing their clothing, their sheets, their curtains, and so forth. The Palestinian flag is based on the flag of the Arab Revolt and is used to represent the state of Palestine and the Palestinian people. The flag is a tricolour of 3 equal horizontal stripes of black, white and green, overlaid by a red triangle from the hoist. Once again, these are the pan-Arab colours. The flag is almost identical to that of the Arab Socialist Ba'ath Party, and extremely similar to the flag of Jordan and the flag of Western Sahara, which both draw their inspiration from the Arab Revolt against the Ottoman rule in 1916 and 1918. Prior to being the flag of the Palestinian people, it was the flag of the short-lived Arab Federation of Iraq and Jordan. The flag of Jordan, officially adopted on the 18th of April 1928, is based on the flag of the Arab Revolt against the Ottoman Empire during the First World War. The flag consists of a horizontal black, white and green bands, pan-Arab colours, that are connected by a red triangle. In addition to the bands and the triangle, a white star with 7 points is featured on the hoist side of the triangle. The star stands for the unity of the Arab people, their faith in one God, humanity, humility, national spirit, virtue, social justice and aspiration. It has also been said to stand for the 7 verses of the first surah of the Quran, or refer to the 7 hills on which Amman, the capital, was built. The flag of Egypt was adopted in 1984 and has 3 equal horizontal bands of red, white and black, with the national emblem, a golden eagle of Saladin facing the hoist side with a shield in its chest, above a scroll bearing the name of the country in Arabic, centred in the white band. Red represents the struggle against British occupation of Egypt. White symbolises the advent of of the 1952 revolution, which ended the monarchy without bloodshed. Black stands for the end of oppression of the people of Egypt at the hands of the monarchy and the British colonialism, and the Eagle of Saladin is said to represent power and strength. And the flag is based on the United Arab Republic flags, just like the Syrian flag. This is the Caucus region, made up of 3 tiny nations and a part of the huge Russia. And in this video, we're not going to look at the flag of Russia. If you want to check out the Russian flag, check out this video. But in this video, we're going to look at the flags of Armenia, Georgia, and Azerbaijan. Traditionally, these 3 nations don't really get on well, but it's interesting to note that in 1918, they formed a united nation, known as the Transcaucasian Democratic Federative Republic, for just over a month. This nation was formed after Russia leaving the First World War, and the 3 little nations were left to contend with the Ottoman Empire. Georgia left first, then 2 days later, Armenia and Azerbaijan also split, leading to border disputes and flashpoints which still, unfortunately, continue to this day. The flag of Azerbaijan is a horizontal tricolour featuring 3 equally sized stripes of blue, red and green, with a white crescent and an 8-pointed star in the centre. The blue symbolises Azerbaijan's Turkic heritage, and the red stands for progress, and the green represents Islam. The official colours and size were adopted in 1991. The flag was used before that in November 1918 to 1920 when Azerbaijan was independent, and it was this flag that was revived with slight variations in 1991. The tricolour replaced an earlier design used by the Azerbaijani Soviet Socialist Republic, and a presidential decree declared that on November 9th, the date when the flag was adopted in 1918, as the National Flag Day. The flag of Georgia, also known as the 5-cross flag, is one of the national symbols of the Republic. Originally a banner of the medieval kingdom of Georgia, it was brought back to popular use in the late 20th century and the early 21st centuries, during periods of the Georgian national revival. Prior to obtaining its official status in 2004, the flag was popularized by the United National Movement and served as one of the most recognizable symbols of the Rose Revolution. Before this, a revived version of the 1918 flag of the Democratic Republic of Georgia was used. However, it lost popularity as it became associated with the chaotic and violent period around the collapse of the Soviet Union. On this flag, the wine red colour symbolises good times in the past and in the future, while the black represents Russian rule and the white represents a hope for peace. The current flag was used by the Georgian patriotic movement following the country's independence from the Soviet Union in 1991, and by the late 1990s the design had become widely known as a Georgian historical national flag. The flag has no official meaning, but comes from the country's Christian tradition. The 5 crosses in the Georgian flag are sometimes interpreted as representing either the 5 holy wounds, or alternatively Christ and the 4 evangelists, Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. The national flag of Armenia, the Armenian tricolour, consists of 3 horizontal bands of equal width, red in the top, blue in the middle and orange, also described as the colour of an apricot, at the bottom. Armenia adopted the current flag in 1990. The meaning of the colours are interpreted in many different ways, one of the most popular being that red stands for the blood of the Armenians killed during the Armenian genocide, blue is for the Armenian pure sky, and orange is said to represent the country's courage. But the official definition of the colours, as stated in the Constitution of the Republic, the red symbolises the Armenian highland, the Armenian people's continued struggle for survival, maintenance of the Christian faith, and Armenia's independence and freedom. The blue represents the will of the people of Armenia to live beneath peaceful skies, and the orange represents the creative talent and hard-working nature of the people of Armenia. The last region in the Middle East is quite hard to categorise. In ancient times it was known as Mesopotamia, and it encompasses a large portion of the area known as the Fertile Crescent, minus the Levant. So, I'll be honest, as imperfect as the terminology might be, this video will be called the Fertile Crescent, and in it we're going to look at the flags of Iraq, Iran and Turkey, so let's get to it. The flag of Turkey is a red flag featuring a white star and crescent. The flag is often called the red flag and referred to as the red banner in the Turkish national anthem. The current design of the Turkish flag is directly derived from the late Ottoman flag, which had been adopted in the late 18th century and acquired its final form in the reforms of 1844. The crescent star and symbol is said to be from the legendary dream of the founder of the Ottoman house, Osman I. In the dream, he was reported to have seen a moon rising from the breast of a judge whose daughter he sought to marry. An account says, when full, it descended into his own breast, then from his loins there sprung a tree, which as it grew came to cover the whole world with the shadow of its green and beautiful branches. And apparently beneath it, Osman saw the world spread out before him, surmounted by the crescent. The measures, geometric proportions, and the exact tone of the red flag of Turkey were legally standardized with the Turkish flag law in May 1936. The flag of Iraq is made up of the three equal horizontal red, white and black stripes of the Arab Liberation Flag. This basic tricolour has been in use since 1963, with several changes to the symbols in the central white stripe. The most recent version bears the takbar, meaning God is great, in green. The first flag of modern Iraq was the flag of the Kingdom of Iraq, and it was adopted in 1921. It was a black, white and green horizontal flag with a red trapezoid or triangle extending from the hoist side, inspired by the flag of the Arab Revolt. Two 7-pointed white stars on a triangle denoted the two principal peoples of the kingdom, the Arabs and the Kurds, and the design also reflected the new Hashemite dynasty in Iraq, who had played a leading role in the Arab Revolt. Following the revolution of 1958, which abolished the Hashemite monarchy and turned the country into a republic, Iraq adopted a new flag which consisted of a black, white and green vertical tricolour with a red 8-pointed star with a yellow circle at its centre. After the government was overthrown by the Ba'ath Party in 1963, the new Ba'athist government adopted a modified version of the Arab Liberation Flag as the new flag of Iraq in 1963. This horizontal tricolour of red, white and black bands formed the basis of the flag of the United Arab Republic. Though the UAR broke up in 1961, hopes for Arab unity still persisted. As such, whereas the UAR flag had two green stars on the white band, signifying its two member states of Egypt and Syria, the new Iraqi flag had 3 stars, symbolising the desire for Iraq to join with Egypt and Syria in a new union. In 1986, during the presidency of Saddam Hussein, the meaning of the flag was changed, although the design remained the same. The meaning of the 3 stars was changed from their original geographic meaning to representations of the 3 beliefs of the Ba'ath Party motto: unity, freedom and socialism. In 1991, the flag was modified again when Saddam Hussein added the takbar, meaning God is greatest, added, in green, between the stars. The form of the takbar was said to have been in Saddam's own handwriting, possibly to stop the disrespect of the Iraqi flag in Iraqi-occupied Kuwait, and to bolster the Iraqi government's Islamic credentials in the period immediately preceding the Persian Gulf War. In 2004, with the removal of Saddam Hussein, the flag was changed again. The basic form of the existing flag was retained, however the takbar was rendered in a traditional style Kufic script as opposed to the supposed handwriting of Saddam Hussein. In 2008, the flag was changed one last time. In this current version, the 3 stars were removed. The current flag of Iran was adopted in July 1980 and is meant to be a reflection of the changes brought by since the Iranian Revolution. It's a tricolour made up of equal horizontal bands of green, white and red. Green in the Iranian culture symbolises growth, happiness, unity, vitality and the Persian language. Historically, a green and white flag in a triangular shape used to be the flag of the Persians. The traditional colour of white stands for freedom because white is blank and free to hold anything on it. Red stands for martyrdom in the Iranian culture, and it symbolises bravery, fire, life, love, warmth and sophistication. The Parliament per the 1980 Constitution changed the flag and seal so the lion and sun from the previous flag were replaced by a red emblem in the centre of the modern flag. The emblem is a highly stylized composite of various Islamic elements, a symmetrical form of the word Allah, and overlapping parts of the phrase, "There is no God except Allah," forming a design in the form of a tulip. The tulip shape of the emblem as a whole is a memorial to those who have died for Iran and symbolises the values of patriotism and self-sacrifice, and builds on the legend that red tulips grow from the shed blood of martyrs. The emblem is somewhat similar to the symbol of Sikhism, but has no relation to it and its meaning. And then written in white and repeated 11 times on the inner edge of the green and the red bands is the phrase Allah Akbar, stylized in the Kufic script. Hello everyone, it's Tim here, just bringing you a quick update about the channel. But before that, I just want to say thank you guys for all of your support. I'm very happy to have finally reached 14,000 subscribers. It's a big milestone, I'm very happy about it, so I just want to say thank you for that first. So first point of business is that now I've made it so that you can add community subtitles if you're interested. As you may have seen, I've began trying to add subtitles to my videos, and I've had a bit of success with that there. I've missed one or two, but I'm going to go back at some point and sort them out. So if you're interested in putting the subtitles on videos in your own language or anything else, the option's there. So that's first of all. Second of all, you've probably noticed that there's new channel art, and hopefully I'm going through a process of changing things and just trying to get a wee bit of a new style going, so hopefully you'll see that reflected in the videos as well. Thirdly, there's now actually an upload schedule, so it's not just going to be a higgledy-piggledy sort of mess like it was in the past. So the plan at the minute is Mondays. Hopefully around 6 o'clock is what I'm aiming for on a Monday afternoon. That's GMT, so that's 7 o'clock in Europe and similar times in America. I don't really know my time zones that well, but so that should be the time. I can't promise that they'll be exactly at that time all the time because sometimes things are on Mondays and things, but videos definitely will be uploaded on Monday. So Monday there'll be a new video every week on Monday, and then if there are any other videos coming out the same week, which hopefully occasionally there should be, they'll be out either on a Wednesday or a Friday. As I put in the description, we've also got Twitter now as well. So if you have any suggestions for videos or any comments or anything, or you just want to come by and say hi, then yeah, leave us a message on Twitter or follow us, etc. At the minute, it's only being used really for, showing when uploads are up. Occasionally I put something on it, but I suppose if there was more people on it, I would have more an excuse to do it. As you've seen, we've got a new show that we're sort of working on. I'm getting help now from my sister who does a lot of drawings and stuff. Anything that looks good generally comes from her. So, yeah, so she's helping me out. So that's where the What's in the Words series is coming from. So the plan is to do one of them at least every 2 weeks, and then other videos throughout. At the minute, I'm going to focus a wee bit more on flags, and that seems to be what people are kind of looking for. So, yeah. So that's pretty much everything. Hopefully I've shed some light on some stuff. Hopefully if you're interested in helping out with the subtitles, it would be a big help. I'm not 100% sure how exactly it all works, but I know that there is the option now to do community subtitles. So if you do, leave me a comment or message me on Twitter or something like that there, and then I can check them, review them, and then just click. And of course, if they're in French or Polish or whatever other language, then I have no hope of understanding them, but that's about it. So just want to say thank you guys so much once again. Hopefully everything's good with you. I hope you're enjoying the new content, and yeah, if you can, it would be a really big help. I say this all the time, but it really is a big help if you want to share stuff to Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, or wherever else. Yeah, so thank you very much once again, and I'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, thank you for watching. If you're new here, then please subscribe, and stay tuned for more content coming soon.